What is the legal definition of an offer? What happens if someone makes an offer as a joke and are advertisements recognized under the law as offers? In this video, we will discuss the offer as the first video in our 6-part series that aims to answer the question of what makes a contract legally binding. Make sure to stay until the end of the video to find out whether advertisements are recognized as legal offers. If you're new, I'm Malcolm Zoppi, an English qualified solicitor and the managing director of Gaffney Zoppi, my law firm. And on YouTube, my goal is to make business law easy. Okay, so what is an offer? An offer is when someone presents something for acceptance and they have the intention of being legally bound. The intention of being legally bound is especially important because that differentiates between jokes and legally binding offers. The intention of being legally bound is an objective test, not a subjective test. The difference is that an objective test is you take a step back, you look at the situation as a third party, and you ask yourself whether a reasonable person would see that as a legally binding offer. Instead, a subjective test is when the offeror, so the person who made the offer, their information and their feelings and thoughts are taken into consideration when determining whether that offer was made with the intention of being legally bound. Since it is an objective test, a lot of the times we'll look at the offer from the perspective of the offeree. So this is the person who received the offer. And we will ask ourselves whether a reasonable offeree would recognize this offer as one that is capable and has the intention of being legally binding. Before we move on to discussing advertisements and whether they are recognized as legally binding offers, make sure to subscribe to my channel to continue to receive to the point, pragmatic and practical legal information. Also, if you're interested in a free legal advice call, make sure to reach out and my contact details below. So are advertisements typically recognized as offers? The short answer is no. Advertisements typically are recognized as invitations to treat. The difference between an invitation to treat and an offer is that the offer, as we mentioned, has the intention of being legally bound, whilst the invitation to treat is when you advertise something and you ask others to come to you so that you can discuss business. The difference there is that you're not creating automatically a legally binding contract. Interestingly, when you go to a supermarket, a lot of the times it is you who's making the offer to the supermarket. The prices that you see on the products displayed on the shelves of supermarkets typically are recognized as invitations to treat. The moment you pick up that product and you go to the checkout machine and you scan that product, you're offering to buy that product at that price from the supermarket. And the supermarket accepts by taking your money. An offer to become a legally binding contract needs to be properly accepted. So if you want to learn more about acceptance, the second main element of a legally binding contract, make sure to watch this video right here.